Welcome to the Sleep to Dream Analytics Explainer video, where better sleep starts with better understanding.
We spend about a third of our entire lives asleep. But what is really going on inside our bodies when the lights go out? Today we're diving deep, way beyond the usual sleep tips, to explore the science of sleep physiology. This is the stuff that's totally revolutionizing medicine and basically giving us the master blueprint for our long-term health.
So you might be wondering, what's the big deal with sleep physiology? Why is it suddenly so critical for doctors to get this stuff, to understand the super intricate science behind what's happening when we're unconscious?
All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at why deep sleep science is basically the master blueprint for our health. Then, we'll see how knowing this stuff really empowers patients and gives doctors a massive toolkit upgrade. After that, we'll get a sneak peek into the future of treatment, and finally, we'll connect the dots on how better science really does mean better sleep for all of us. Okay, so let's jump in. Why this intense focus on physiology? Well, because sleep is so much more than just feeling rested. It's all governed by this incredible master blueprint that tells our bodies how to repair, regenerate, and stay healthy. And once you understand that blueprint, everything changes. And when we say physiology, we're not talking about just one little process. Oh no. It's this huge interconnected symphony. Just think about it. From the molecular level all the way up to your cardiovascular and respiratory systems, everything has to be perfectly in tune to get that deep, restorative sleep we all need. And the payoff for understanding this symphony? It is massive. We're talking about more accurate diagnostic tools, smarter ways to manage patient care, and a real improvement in public health. This has a real-world impact, right? It helps keep healthcare costs down, and most importantly, it saves lives by making sure doctors have the absolute latest and greatest knowledge. Next up, let's talk about the human side of all this science, because this knowledge doesn't just hang out in a lab. It completely changes the dynamic between a doctor and a patient. It helps move the conversation from just, slapping a label on a disorder to actually explaining what is happening inside someone's body. And this quote from the source material just nails it. When a doctor can sit down and explain the why, the actual physiology behind a sleep disorder, it is so empowering for the patient. All of a sudden, it's not some big mystery. It's an understandable process, something they can actually learn to manage, which is absolutely crucial for their well-being. All right, let's talk tools. For the longest time, the toolkit for dealing with sleep issues was, it was pretty limited. But understanding physiology has led to a major upgrade, taking us way beyond just a simple questionnaire.
You've probably been there, right? For years, figuring out a sleep problem started with a piece of paper, a questionnaire asking you to remember how tired you were or how many times you woke up. And look, that's fine for an initial screening, but it's totally subjective. It relies on your memory, which, let's be honest, isn't always perfect.
And this is where it gets really interesting. On one side, you have those subjective questionnaires, but on the other, you have objective, hard data. Instead of just asking, how did you sleep, we can now measure what actually happened. We can track your brain waves with an EEG, your heart rate with an ECG, your oxygen levels. This gives doctors precise, data-driven proof to confirm what's really going on. Now, this deeper understanding isn't just about better diagnoses. It's completely revolutionizing the treatments themselves. We are seriously entering an age of personalized medicine, where we can literally look at your genetic and molecular code to find the root cause of a sleep disorder. And to get how this is even possible, we need to talk about a field that is a total game changer. It's called proteomics. So, what in the world is that? Okay, think of it like this. Your DNA is the master blueprint for your body. Well, proteomics is the study of the actual workers, the proteins, that get built from that blueprint. By analyzing these proteins, scientists can see exactly what's going right and what's going wrong. It's this focus that, according to the source, has officially pushed sleep medicine into the post-genomic era. And this isn't just some abstract theory. Proteomics is letting us connect the dots for real-world conditions. We can now pinpoint the specific proteins and genetic markers linked to things like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, even sleepwalking. And once you find the exact molecular problem, you can start designing a precise molecular solution. So, the whole journey to a brand new treatment, it starts right here, at the tiniest level imaginable. By studying the proteins inside a single cell, scientists can find the exact origin of a sleep disorder, like finding the very first domino that's about to fall. And from there, we zoom out. That knowledge scales up. And we can trace how that one tiny little problem creates a ripple effect, impacting tissues, organs, and eventually the whole physiological system. We get to see the entire chain of events.
And that is the key. It's only by having that complete picture, from the single cell all the way up to the entire system, that we can develop therapies that are truly targeted. We're not just treating symptoms anymore. We're designing treatments that go straight to the root cause and fix the problem where it starts.
Okay, for our last section, let's zoom all the way out and look at the big picture. All of this incredible science doesn't just benefit one person at a time. It has a huge, real-world payoff for all of us.
You can really think of it as an innovation pipeline. See, it all kicks off with that deep understanding of physiology. That knowledge is the fuel for creating amazing new therapies and devices. Things like CPAP machines that actually adapt to your breathing, or nerve stimulators for restless legs. Then, after a ton of testing, these breakthroughs achieve the ultimate goals: better quality of life for people and lower healthcare costs for society.
And what this all really leads to is a massive shift toward what's called patient-oriented research. The whole goal is to catch a problem early, when it's still a single, simple issue. By stepping in then, we can prevent it from spiraling into some big, chronic, complex mess that's way harder to manage down the line.
So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this. The science of sleep is no longer just about getting your 8 hours. It's about truly understanding the incredibly complex biological blueprint that governs our health. And right now, that blueprint is being redrawn right before our very eyes. Which, of course, leads to the most exciting question of all. What will it reveal next?
Thank you for watching the Sleep to Dream Analytics Explainer video. We hope you sleep well and dream easy.